All right, Ben Parker of CardinalSportsReport.com here with Stanford wide receivers coach Tyler Osborne, preparing to face his former team, the Sacramento State Hornets. So, first of all, just kind of on facing your former team, just kind of emotions, seeing the Hornets again, yeah?
Yeah, a lot of guys on that, both in that program from a staff standpoint that I worked with that I have a really good relationship with, and a bunch of players that I spent a lot of years around, some of which I recruited, to Sacramento State, and so got a love for that program and those guys, and I kind of look at it like I'm rooting for them for 364 days of the year. This will be the one day I'm not. So yeah, should be an interesting experience, but looking forward to competing against those guys.
Yeah, and just kind of on them, how much do you think it helps you guys that you know them, and then as a reverse of that, how much do you think it helps them that they're familiar with the system you guys run?
Yeah, I think there's advantages when you can know some parts of each other's systems. I think it's pretty similar for both sides in terms of, they know kind of what we do on offense. We know a little bit of what they do on offense. At the end of the day, right, it's the kids that are out there playing, and the kids that are out there competing. And so, it's trying to get those guys ready to go. And ultimately, I think that stuff, yeah, you get a couple tells here and there, but ultimately, it's the kids are going to go out there and be the ones playing. And, while we might know something, it's up to them to get it done.
Kind of from your perspective, just from a holistic offensive perspective, just what are, generally speaking at least, what are going to be the keys to your team being successful against the Hornets on Saturday?
Yeah, you're saying you're saying from a position standpoint or from the whole offense?
The whole offense, yeah.
I think a lot of it starts with being able to run the ball effective, being able to protect and being able to throw the ball, obviously, and just get first downs and continue to kind of, build on drives. I think that was one thing against USC. We had some momentum here and there on some drives, but kind of got stalled out, and so really just kind of trying to, build some drives and put some drives together. I think that'll be the most important thing against these guys. They're a really good team. They're a little unique on defense, and Coach Andy Thompson, who's the head coach there, but runs the defense, does an incredible job. And so it'll be a big challenge for our guys, and we're excited about it.
Just talk about your receiving group, the guys you're coaching specifically. How would you evaluate that group 2 weeks into the season?
Yeah, we're doing some good things. Also got some things that we got to improve on. I think they're young. A lot of those guys haven't played a lot before, so it's kind of their first real college experience in games, and so they're doing some really good things. Just got to be more consistent in really all areas of their game. And so I was really pleased with the jump we made in some areas from the Hawaii game to the USC game, specifically like in terms of our blocking and just overall assignments and stuff like that. But still got to do a better job, with a little bit of our releases and top of the routes and all that.
Do you notice any real difference in the offense when either Ashton or Lampson's in there, or is it the same kind of flow with both guys in there?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same flow. Both those guys are really good players, and we feel really comfortable with either guy in there. And we really feel like we can run all the same stuff with both those two guys. So that's a blessing to have two guys that you kind of put in one and you don't really miss a beat depending on who that is in there.
Jason Raines has been playing well, one of your top PFF guys at least according to the data. Just talk about what you've seen from him and what's led him to get off to the solid start that he's off to.
Yeah, he blocks extremely well in the perimeter, so he's doing a really good job in the run game for us, and hasn't had a ton of targets, but the one that he did have against Hawaii he came down with. Made a good catch right there for a first down. So been really pleased with the progress he's made since I got here. Just every day, just continues to put in work and gets better and better. And really excited about his future and kind of what he can become this year for us.
Another guy, Tiger Bachmeier, true freshman, early enrollee. Just how would you kind of evaluate how he's kind of looking through 2 weeks here?
Yeah, he's done a good job. He's played a little more in the slot for us and on the outside. So depending what we're doing personnel-wise on offense, if we're in a little more 2 tight end sets, right, he's not out there quite as much. Even though we still get him involved on the outside as well. But he's doing some really good things for us. He's a really smart, savvy player. So not only is he really detailed, but he understands kind of where we want him within our pass concepts and finding the open windows and zones. And I think when he gets more opportunities, he'll definitely kind of showcase what he can do. I think where everybody will definitely know that he's a player for Card fans to enjoy for years to come.
Awesome. And then also too, just kind of talk about, obviously you're a receiver coach, not a DB coach, but just talk about what you've seen from Colin Wright on the opposite side, going against him in practice, and your group battles against him. Just talk about what makes him such a special cornerback from your perspective.
Yeah, Colin's really talented. I've been around quite a few corners that have have been really good players in this conference over the years, and Colin's up there with those guys. He's going to be a really good one. Just really good athlete, natural at the position. He's got great speed, acceleration, but he's got really good patience at the line. Some guys are a little too over-aggressive at the line of scrimmage. Some guys play almost too soft and give up all the quick game. He has a really good job of transitioning with less off releases, and just think he's a really good athlete that's a really smart player. And I can't speak a ton about him, because I'm not with him every day in meetings and stuff, but just from what I see out there on the field, he's going to be a really good one that teams are going to have to look out for going forward.
And then just final question for you, just in general, what do you think is going to be the key to your team getting the W on Saturday, just general?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that go into that. I would say just taking care of the ball, right, and continuing from an offensive perspective, just continuing to finish drives. When we get some first downs, we got to continue to keep moving down the field, and when we get in the red zone, take advantage of opportunities down there. Cut out some of the penalties. There's a lot of things you can look at that can contribute to a win or a loss. I think it's just playing more consistent. And I know that's kind of vague, but I think if we're more consistent in everything we do, from knowing our plays to the level of detail we need to have to our technique, we can play at a much better or higher level than we have.
Perfect. Thanks. I appreciate it. And good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.